This place, man, has kept me out of so much trouble. I've had a lot of partners and stuff that didn't make it, you know, whether they were locked up, whether they just turned to a life of addiction in some way, whether they ended up in the grave, you know, this kept me out of that. The circle of discipline means to me a lot of things, man. It's inspiration, it's motivation, it's a way of life, you know, it's 360 degrees of totality. The discipline that's within the circle represents like a family. When I say family, it's your closest cousins, it's your mother, it's your father, it's the life that you breathe. You know, without it, you can't exist. I grew up in the gym, I grew up with boxing, but when the circle came to fruition, yo, it was just something outstanding.
Amateur boxing, you know, gets kind of a bad rep from people who don't know boxing, that it's real violent, that it's teaching kids how to fight and this and that. But in all reality, it's probably one of the only sports I've seen that made kids actually calm down. So, you know, a kid was kind of like a bully in school or something. When they come to the gym and they're channeling that aggression in a positive way, and they're, you know, working that heavy bag out and learning these boxing skills and getting in the ring and sparring, they no longer feel the need to bully anybody at school. They no longer feel the need to prove anything to anybody, because they prove it right here in the ring.
It's important that, you know, we keep our eyes on the prize. The prize is not so much that these guys are just boxing, but they're learning things. The boxing is fine. I don't push people to turn professional. If they do want to do that, we have to sit down and have a long talk. Chances are they're going to want to do it because we did it. Once they do, then I expect them to put one foot in front of the other and keep moving. The level that they get to in the ring is only as good as what they do outside.
I've been in the system since 2000, so, you know, I always grew up not really having a family, going from shelter to shelter, whatever, group home or whatever. And I came here at the circle when I was 20. Been here ever since. It's family here, you know. I feel real close. It's like, it's serious here. I call everybody my brothers and sisters, because the relationship is really a lot of love. You know, you can feel it in here. Everybody goofs around, and, you know, as soon as you walk through the doors, you can feel the love in here. So, you know, that's one thing I like about here. 2013, I went through depression, shot up to 260. Since November 2014, I've been grinding every day. Now I'm 168. So I lost 92 pounds within November 2014, for about a year and a half. That's from coming here every day, swallowing my pride. Like, man, I know I'm fat, but I had to get it somewhere. I had to get back in shape. So that was my hunger, you know. Not really like being depressed and getting high blood pressure and diabetes, close to getting that, made me take my life more serious.
I was brought down here at 5 years old, and I've been here ever since, man. Without the circle, I don't know where I'd be really. Everything down here is like a family, you know. Everything is about giving back. So when I came down here, all the older guys that I looked up to, that were boxing, that were making a lot of noise, they used to work with me even when I was just 5 years old, you know. And now, since I stuck with it, and, you know, I'm making a little bit of noise in the boxing world, I'm able to give back and work with these guys down here and help some of the older guys with their pro careers, as well as help some of these younger kids building their confidence up, getting them physically fit and getting their mind right.
So if it was not for this gym, maybe I would be dead, in jail, or you never know. You know, if it's not for this gym, I would never have this belt or be here, you know, personal. You know, everything I do is for this gym and my family. This gym is helping a lot of people, like kids in the streets, you know, families. You know, this gym is for everybody, you know. We don't see no color here. You know, everybody's equal here.
Everybody's cool in here. As long as you come to work and you about giving back and you about helping, then I don't care what race you are. You know, I don't care what background you came from. You know, some older people come in here, you know, they might not have the cleanest history. They might have did some wrong, but as long as they're talking about, you know, building and talking about making a positive change, then they're welcome. You know, and that's what I really like. All the flags that are hanging up from the ceiling, those were brought in from people from those places. It's not like we just bought a whole bunch of flags and started hanging it up, you know, as like some type of trend or something. The people brought those in here and then we hung them up for them. That just shows, you know, we're here for the community. We're here for everybody, you know. We got people all the way up to 75 years old and older in here, all the way as young as to 5. So we're here for everybody.
You know, you study long, you study wrong, you feel me? So you might be at home like, oh, well, I don't know, the gym might just be a little bit too much for me, or just come down and do it. As soon as you walk in, I'm gonna hit you with the quote. When you look, you can see what's happening at the circle. If you listen, you can hear what's happening at the circle. But when you walk in that door, you can feel what's happening in the circle of discipline. I stay circled down to the socks, baby.